Hey, you guys, check me out. Can you believe that these braids are so long? Comment down below if you had guessed that my hair had gotten this long based on what my hair looks like with the wash and go that I've been rocking all season. If you guys don't believe that shrinkage is real, y'all, shrinkage is real. And I did braid the hair at the nape of my hair, but that texture is really loose. So a lot of those braids kind of slipped out in the night. And this is why when I start my locks later this year or early next year, yes, I am planning to lock my hair back up again. I miss my locks. But when I start my locks again, I will have to wait for my hair to be somewhat longer so that the looser textures will hold. So that's what I'm planning. I'm forewarning you guys that I'm planning to do it, but I may still change my mind. Like right now, I'm not feeling like I'm ready to lock my hair. But as you all know, having been with me this long, that can change overnight. But I do still have to wait for a little bit more length. Now, these braids were kind of tightly done, not at the root, but along the braid. So I had a hard time just gently taking the braids out to preserve any kind of definition. And so this braid out is going to be very fluffy and more fro-y. So, and I use this Miss Jessie's multicultural curl, which is a very light hold, and it did not work very well against the oppressive heat that we're having right now. And I love summer, but this humidity does not work well for things like wet sets and braid outs and twist outs, because the moisture just makes my hair just want to poof right back out again. So I am going more for volume and more for stretch and more for shape. And so this took a minute. It took a minute to take all of these braids out. And honestly, in the future, I think I could get a decent stretch with twists, which I would enjoy taking out much more. So this may be the last braid out you're seeing from me until my hair is long enough that I can make the braids bigger. But you get the picture. I basically took all the braids out using that oil so that I could minimize the frizz. It didn't work very well because the humidity made everything frizz up anyway. But my hair is pretty fine, so I have to spend some time separating and fluffing things out so that you don't just see stringy hair sticking in all directions. But I really did like the stretch that I got. It's interesting that some places stretch out straighter than others, and so I've even been known to get like water in a spritz bottle, and if something is excessively straight and it doesn't want to blend back into the shape, I'll just spritz that small area and let shrinkage be my friend. I didn't have to do that this time, but it's a wonderful trick that works really, really well. I don't love the shape that I'm getting in the front. The back I love. I mean, I felt like I didn't have to separate a whole lot in the back. But in the front, I felt like this style would suit my face more if I had more length to kind of fall over my forehead. And because I don't have that, I'm going to play around with a few different things to see if I can make myself like the shape. I like to brush and keep my edges looking a little neat, but that is a super, super soft brush. And you know, what you saw me doing. My scalp is not itchy. I'm using the pads of my fingers to kind of get rid of the parts from the braids. Not, I mean, I gathered sections of hair and braided. I didn't really make parts, but those sections are stubborn. And so for a style like this, I want to make sure that you can't see any scalp. And so I'll massage the roots with my fingers, and if that doesn't work, I'll get my pick and I'll pick the roots out to lift and shape and get my hair the way I want. Like right here, this area right here is where I lost some hair from a chemical burn. You could watch a video that I did about that. And so I'm constantly having to fluff and shape and cover. It's not a huge bald spot or anything like that, but the area is very obviously thin to me. And so my pick is great for that. I'm not picking all the way through, just the roots, to give it a little bit more lift and a little bit more volume. So what I ended up doing was flat twisting the front, and I just could not get a really good picture of the shape, but I really like the way this came out. There's a tiny bit of definition, but it's mostly fluff, and it's big, and it's super soft. I love it. Let me know what you think down below. Be blessed.